Hey friend, welcome to Self-Transformed, a podcast redefining self-care through simple fitness, nutrition, and mindset habits. I'm your host, Emily Nichols, certified personal trainer, Whole30 coach, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I know the struggle is real when it comes to taking care of you. I too am a busy working mom who felt physically and emotionally drained until I took action on my own transformation journey. I finally found the solutions to feeling confident and living a healthy lifestyle that doesn't feel hard, and now I'm on a mission to equip you with sustainable tools to help transform your life from the inside out, guilt-free. Together, we will simplify your health and fitness into daily habits that don't feel like another thing on your long to-do list, but daily actions that light you up instead. So if you're ready to redefine self-care and step into your own self-transformation, then let's do this. Hey gang, welcome to Habit Hack Thursday. I am so excited for this new series. You know, I used to do a self-care quickie tip every Thursday, and you know, as the brand has evolved, as Self-Transformed has dug deeper into habits, and as I have too, as I have become a behavior change specialist, I wanted to really give you a quick tip where you could listen in, take action really easily, and so that's where Habit Hack Thursday was born. So join me every Thursday. I'll do a quick little episode giving you a quick little habit hack that you're able to take action and start using today, because you need to start taking care of yourself. I know you do because it's something we all need to work on, and it's something I hear all the time in the Self-Transformed community. But hey, speaking of the Self-Transformed community, were you in our workshop yesterday? I had a free workshop yesterday, Wednesday the 2nd, in the Self-Transformed group. It's on Facebook. You can go to bit.ly/selftransformedfam, or just go to the link in the show notes and join us. So yesterday I hosted a workshop. It was actually voted on by the group what the theme was, which I love doing that. That way I'm giving you guys what you want. But it's 15 minutes or less. I do this every month, just a quick workshop, and they voted on how to make more time for your partner. And this was really fun for me to research, because it's something that I need to personally be more intentional with as well. And I can't wait to start taking action as well. And I know everyone else was just like, yay, yes, I need to do this. So what better way to kick off the month of love by being intentional with your habits and making sure to try to make some more time, not more time, but make the time for your partner, okay? If you weren't able to watch the live, you can go back in the guide section. Make sure you watch to the end, because I have a special way that you can save some money off of Self-Transform You, which is my signature 4-week program. The next round starts on Monday, February 14th. And girl, I want you there. I have been so pumped working with the girls this past January in STU. If you're like, what is STU? What is she talking about? So this is my signature 4-week program where we go through week by week to create and cultivate a customized health plan for you, backed by habit strategy, right? So if you have ever tried to buy a program, or if you have invested in some type of diet program, exercise program, and you have the best of intentions and motivations at first, and you start it, and then halfway through you're like, oh my gosh, I just totally wasted my money. Like, I'm not doing it anymore. This is not going to happen to you, because what we're doing is week by week, we're talking about habit strategy 101. We're talking about emotional eating and what food freedom looks like, and how to make meal prep easy, all with habit strategy in the forefront of your mind. Then we're talking about joyful movement and how to make exercise work in your schedule and not make it feel like another chore on your to-do list. And lastly, what to do when you lose motivation and life will just get in the way. It just will. So by the end, you're working through all the action items and homework I give you. We do a one-on-one habit hacking call together, me and you, to see where you are in life, to kind of troubleshoot things, to kind of make sure you're following through with your habits. A lot of the girls this past round added on an extra call too, which I was really proud of them for doing that, because we were able to have a call at the beginning and at the end of the month, and seeing their progress was just like, it was everything. And you get weekly texting from me. So you'll have pump-up texts from me coming through, and a lot of girls reply to them and ask me questions along the way, which is super fun. It's a fun way to communicate with each other. So if you want to join us in the next round of STU, I only take 10 girls on every month, so make sure you register ASAP. You can go to selftransformu.com or just text me the fire emoji at 1-773-904-2157. That way I can answer any of your questions via text that you have about STU. Okay, let's get into this week's Habit Hack Thursday. So this came about because this was a question from one of my girls in STU this past January, and I was like, I have to share this on the podcast because I know you have this question too. Okay, so you've established this routine, these habits in your life. You're moving and grooving, you're feeling good from the inside out, and oh my gosh, a new sports season has started for your kid and your schedule has been flipped upside down. Has anyone else experienced that? I know I have. Work in between sports right now, so hallelujah. But both boys play spring sports, and we're getting ready to start back up with golf and lacrosse. And we're busy with that until it gets cold again next year. So my schedule is going to change. My evenings are going to be a lot busier. My weekends are going to be booked with practices and taking them here and there. So some of my habits and routines are going to have to pivot. And that feels unnatural, and you feel like you have to start all over again, right? But it doesn't have to be that way. You can pivot. It's absolutely okay to do that. You know, back in 2020, which seems like forever ago, but not really, when everybody was at home at first and my kids were at home all the time, I was really struggling, to tell you the truth, because I was like, this was like the biggest change. They're here all the time. Like, we're trying to do e-learning. I'm trying to work and get things done. And I'm trying to record podcasts, but the dogs are barking and the boys are yelling at each other, and I'm about ready to lose my mind. And I kind of stopped a lot of my routines. I wasn't working out as much as I like to. I was just kind of sitting around. I was snacking mindlessly because I was emotional eating. And I had to really rein it back in and start some new habits for myself, some new challenges for myself too. Usually when I find myself in a rut like that, or when things change, I have to give myself a challenge to kind of really fire myself up again. But this wasn't just like boredom. This was like, my schedule has changed. So here's a few things that you can do when that different season of life comes about and your habits and routines get flipped upside down. So number one, I would do a habit inventory. Absolutely, first and foremost, do a habit inventory. And if you're like, I don't know what this means, it's pretty much keeping a diary every day of every single thing you do in a day. You're able to find time wasters. You're able to find pockets of time that maybe you didn't realize you had, where you are able to fit in things to make you feel your best. You know, you are able to fit in, okay, I'm going to make dinner. I am going to go for a walk. I am going to do this or do that. Things to help you feel your best, okay? If you're wanting a little help with that, you can go to bit.ly/habit inventory. I have a free habit inventory worksheet that you can download, start using today. It's also available in my mini course, the Habits at 6 Starter Kit. We use it in STU because I fully 100% believe when you have some data like that on yourself, then you're able to transform, because then you're able to pivot around what your day looks like based on knowing, not just being like, oh my gosh, I'm so busy. I'm doing all the things. And then when you really sit down and look at it, you're like, oh my gosh, I just scrolled social media for an hour today. I could have done a 30-minute workout and got a shower. You know what I mean? So go to the show notes if you want to download the habit inventory. Or like I said, that is one of the first things we do in STU as well, because we got to know where you're starting before we can take that journey on your transformation. Another thing is find conveniences. So what's that mean? So if you're finding your schedule is going to get a little crazier, what I like to do is order meal delivery. If it's in your budget, if you're able to, move around your groceries in order to make a meal delivery service work in your grocery budget for the month, I would highly recommend doing that. So I love Model Meals. It was founded by my friend Danica Brescia. She was on the show a couple months back. They're actually Whole30 approved meals, which I love. We also started just doing HelloFresh, which I like doing that because my 13-year-old helps me cook the meals as well. Honestly, It sounds so bougie, but I like being able just to warm up stuff too, because you actually have like cook it. It just gives you all the ingredients and the instructions how to do it, which is great, but sometimes that gets a little overwhelming for me. I don't know if we'll continue it as lacrosse and golf season starts, but find conveniences like that to help you. That way you're able to still eat healthy versus, okay, do I eat it at 4:30 or 9:30? Am I going through the McDonald's drive-thru? Ew. No, you're going to have something in place already, or you're following the meal prep advice I give in STU, which makes meal prep so much easier and manageable and not like 4 hours long, because you don't got time for that. Number 3, ask for help. I don't know if we were numbering things, but the third one is to ask for help. You know, if there are other moms that you trust that live close by, that it's convenient where you guys can carpool to various sports practices or activities, take turns carpooling, or ask your partner to take turns with you, taking them and going back. You know, sometimes it is really nice when I do take them to practice, because once it's finally warm again outside, I like to sit outside and I can bring my laptop, or I create content for social media. Or sometimes I'm like, I need to stay at home and work on this, or just be by myself. Like everyone's out of the house and it's like, silence, minus the dogs. So ask for help. Ask for help. And lastly, forgive yourself. You're going to be in different seasons of your life. Like, thinking back to like when you have a newborn, that is a season. It's totally different than any other season you're going to be in your life. You know, definitely find those conveniences. You don't have to do a habit inventory, because you're all over the place with that baby. But maybe you're going into a season where sports change. Or I have found as my kids have gotten older, my habits and routines have changed as their habits and routines have changed, because they revolve around each other. And that's okay. You just got to be able to forgive yourself. Like, hey, that wasn't working. Kind of like back in 2020 when I was having a really hard time, I was like, okay, that's not working for me right now. What do I need to do instead? And it took some time, but I finally found something that worked for me instead. And guess what? Life's going to change again. Okay. And that's kind of what we talk about the last week at STU, is when that motivation falls and life gets in the way, because it will. But the strategies we give in STU will be able to take you through life. That's the whole point. Like in 4 weeks after STU, you're just not going to be like, okay, I did like a diet plan. No, you didn't do that, okay? I do provide workouts. I do provide ways to stop emotional eating and find food freedom. I do provide mindset resets. But at the end, you have a plan that will take you through life. Life is challenging. You still need to be able to take care of yourself, and STU will help you get there. So I hope today's Habit Hack Thursday was super useful for you. Like I said, we cover a lot of this and dig deeper, a little bit more customized and personalized in STU. So if you want to join us, you can go to selftransformu.com, or like I said, text me the fire emoji, because you are fired up for transformation at 1-773-904-2157. I mean, if you want to go to the Facebook community, it's linked in the show notes, and in the guide section, you can watch the How to Make More Time for Your Partner workshop. And at the end, I have a special way you can get a discount on STU. Okay? Sending you all lots of love, and I will see you all back here on Monday. Hey girl, real quick before you go, if you love today's show and know your girlfriends need to hear this message too, then grab a screenshot, post it to your Instagram stories, and tag me at EmilyNichols22, because the more mamas out there hearing this message, the more empowered we'll all feel to take care of ourselves, so we can pour from a full cup. Or the number one way you can thank me for this podcast is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way, more mamas will find the show here too. Love you and appreciate you, girlfriends. See you next time.